If you are the type of woman who struggles with asking for help, receiving help, or you often find yourself doing it alone, then the 10 tiny habits I'll be sharing with you in this video is going to gently guide you into learning how to accept help. And the best part, it'll soften you and also boost your feminine energy. Let's get into the video. Hello intentional woman, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayani May, and the very first tip is for you to let someone carry something for you. How many times has someone offered to help you with, let's say, your grocery bags? It could even be that a driver saw you struggling with your luggage and wanted to help. Or it could be your security man or doorman, and without even thinking about it, you said, "Don't worry, I've got it. Don't worry, I'll do it myself." I'm guessing it has happened several times. Trust me, this was me, because there was a day I was at the supermarket. This was years ago when I just started my journey, that I was struggling with my cart. I had loaded it with so many items, and this man walked up to me and offered to help. And I said, "Oh no, don't worry, I've got it." I had to hit myself in the head, like, why would you do that? So if this sounds like you, start here, because receiving help doesn't always have to show up in big dramatic ways. Personally, I think it is easier to accept help when it is big and grand, or in certain situations where it is so difficult that you don't have a choice. But the little things are where you begin to intentionally rewire your brain and body to feel comfortable receiving help. So next time someone offers to help you carry something, just say, "Thank you, that's so kind of you," and then hand it over to them. It may feel awkward, trust me, it will, especially if this is something you're not used to. But welcome that feeling. Don't allow it make you shrink from receiving help. If you don't know what to do, you can walk beside them, ask them their name, where they're from, what they do for a living. If it is someone you already know well, you don't have to say anything. Just being grateful is enough. Sometimes letting someone help you is how you connect with them. And another way to do this is to learn how to say yes to a favor. So if a colleague offers to help finish a task, or a friend says, "Don't worry, I'll drop off this item for you," all you have to do is say, "Thank you so much. You're so kind," and that would be so helpful. Don't feel guilty about it. Accept it with gratitude. Now, number 2, pretend you don't know how to do something minor. Okay, maybe not pretend, but how about this? Don't do it if you can ask someone to help you do it. Yes, you can change the light bulb. Yes, you can fix that leaky tap, or you can probably figure out all the complicated settings on that new device. But what if just once you asked your partner, your friend, your sibling, or your neighbor to do it for you? Not because you are incapable, but because you're choosing to experience what it feels like to lean on another person. The problem is that many of us have trained ourselves to be Miss I've got it all handled. And we do it so well that we even forget that help is even an option. Because sometimes you'll have people right there who can do it, but you don't even think to ask. The truth is, if you truly want to soften and flourish in your feminine energy, you have to retrain the people around you to see that you are not a machine. It is a must. They have to see that you are not meant to do it all. You can't even do it all. The last thing you want is for the people around you to get so used to your independence that they start saying things like, "Oh, she always figures it out," or worse, "Don't worry, she'll handle it." This is something I have been so intentional about lately. And I'll just share a very simple personal experience. So I have this friend who usually helps with my car, and I needed to have something fixed. So he said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll talk you through it over the phone. Let's do a video call." To be honest, I probably would have known how to do it, but I told him no. I said, "No, please come and help me." He laughed and said, "You're such a baby. Just come to the office." To be honest, it felt good. It felt safe to have him call me a baby, that I can't do things for myself, because I always do things for myself. And because I've done that consistently, I've noticed that now when something is wrong with my car and I go to him and I say, "Please, I need your help," he doesn't try to talk me through it. He doesn't ask me to do it by myself anymore. He just says, "Come to the office, I'll take care of it." So now he knows I'm not doing it by myself, and you need to do the same. You must let the people around you know that you're not going to do everything by yourself. I don't want to use the word train them, but that's the general idea. They have to know this. And even without pretending, thing. Simply admitting you don't know how to do something will open the door for help. All you have to do is walk through it. Now, number 3, let someone else do the chores, even if they don't do it your way. Ooh. The need to have the house swept a certain way, or dishes done just the way you like it, or laundry folded just so, is a hidden form of control. And you cannot fully embrace receiving help if you do not let go of that need to control every little thing. You have to surrender. Trust me, you won't believe how freeing it feels just to let go and say, I'm grateful all the same. I tried this recently and oh my goodness, it felt wonderful. So my younger sister lives with me and there was this pile of laundry that needed to be folded and put away. During that period, I was crazy busy because I was handling a project. But the control freak in me was okay with that pile of laundry staying there until I had the time to do it just the way I like it. Then one day I came back from work and she had folded it. Mind you, she didn't fold it the way I like or even put it in their proper place. At first, I wanted to complain, but then I paused and asked myself, why must it always be done my way? Is my way the only way? Is it just a subtle way for me to maintain some sort of control? And by the way, wouldn't this be ungrateful? So I let it go and it felt so liberating. Yes, now I have to look for my tops where I would normally keep my skirts, but it is not the end of the world. The most I'm going to do is probably show her where I like things to go because she hasn't always lived with me. But that need to control how she handles the chores, gone, absolutely gone. So you need to let it go too, because if you do not, you are going to continue doing everything by yourself, even when you are surrounded by people. The chores doesn't always have to be done your way. Now, number 4, delegate one task a week. Learning how to receive help is something you also have to practice intentionally. So you need to be proactive and actually ask for it. Take a look at your weekly routine and find one task. I did not say 20, I said just one that you can hand over to someone else. It could be ordering lunch, picking up groceries, paying a bill, whatever it is, let someone else take care of it. This simple habit will not just teach you to receive help, but it'll also prevent resentment from building up. Because one of the biggest reasons women feel overwhelmed isn't always that they are alone, but more that they are surrounded by people, but still trying to do everything by themselves. That is how resentment kicks in and you start saying things like, no one ever helps me, when in reality, you never asked for help. My mom is the perfect example of this. I was on the phone with her I think last 2 weeks, and she was venting about how she's doing everything at home by herself. Now, none of my siblings live at home, but 2 of my cousins, grown boys at that, have been staying with her and my dad for weeks. So I asked her, did you ask them to help you? And she said no. So very gently and firmly, I told her, ask them to help. And she did. And she called me and said, oh, they've been helping me to sweep. They've been helping me do the dishes. They even boiled white rice for me to make stew. It can be that simple at times. So my darling, don't wait until you're drowning and overwhelmed before you speak up. Let people know you're tired. Let people know you're drained. Let them know you need help. And when you do ask for help, don't over-explain or also try to help the person who is helping you. I know you may have been disappointed in the past, but don't allow this harden you and make you stop asking, because you can't do life all by yourself. Ask and trust that this person, this new person you're talking to, will show up for you. And even if they don't, ask the next person and the next person and the next person. That is how you realign things in your life and open up yourself, so that when genuine help is being offered to you, you are in a position to accept it, not operating from the mindset that, well, this one is going to disappoint me too. You'll be amazed how people will surprise you when you do not expect them to fail you. Number 5, accept compliments fully without deflecting it with, oh, this old thing, or I got it down the street, or it was X amount of money. And even when the compliment is not about how you look, but about your talent, your effort, your presence, your kindness, do not steal down downplay it either by saying, oh, it was nothing, or don't be silly, or are you serious? That last one often sounds more insecure than you may realize. The truth is that this is one of the easiest ways you can practice how to receive, and yet so many women struggle with it. So when next someone pays you a compliment, smile, say thank you, and let it land. Let it sit in your body. Let it feel good and amazing, because receiving positive words graciously is such a powerful way of boosting and even expressing your femininity. And one thing you also have to pay attention to is how you react to compliments from people that are close to you. Sometimes it can be easier to say thank you to a stranger, right? You just take it, oh, thank you, and you walk away. But when it comes from, let's say, your partner, your friend, or a sibling, it's very easy to brush it off. So no more of that. From now on, receive their kind words as a gift. Flourish in it. Feel beautiful in it. Number 6, let someone plan something for you. You don't always have to be the organizer. Let someone else take the lead. As simple as this is, you will be surprised at how this shows up in the little things. It's in how you're always the one cooking, the one planning the girls' day out, the one curating every detail of date night. Or if you're going on a trip, you insist on planning the entire itinerary. But if we're being honest, at the root of this need to control the plan is often a lack of trust. You don't trust their taste. You don't believe they'll get it right. You don't even trust they'll remember to do it if you don't do it. You worry that even when they do it, it won't be good enough. But how will you know if you never give them the chance? How will you know if this is somebody you can trust to lead, especially in a relationship, if you don't let go and just see what they're going to do? Calm down. Trust that someone else's taste might just be as delightful as yours. My most recent trip was with my friend, and honestly, she planned everything. At first, I felt that familiar urge to micromanage everything. But then I said, you know what? I don't have to. And I decided to surrender and trust her lead. I am so glad I did, because the activities she planned for us, the places we visited, the memories we created are ones that I could never have done by myself. So let go of the what ifs and allow yourself to receive the joy of being cared for. And if you are in a romantic relationship and you let go and you notice they're not taking the lead, well, that's information and you can do something about it, can't you? Number 7, sit still when someone enters your space to serve or help. One of the sneakiest things about hyper-independence is that it often hides behind hyper-responsibility. As women who don't know how to receive help, we've been conditioned to believe that we are the only ones who have anything to offer. So we become the ones always giving, always helping, always responsible for everyone else. So when help is offered, genuine, thoughtful help, we struggle to receive it. We feel like we are a burden to them. I used to be this way too, and it's so amazing how it shows up in just the tiniest thing. So anytime my sister would bring food to me, I would instinctively get up to collect the tray. I couldn't just sit there and allow her serve me. It felt wrong. It felt like I was being lazy. It didn't feel good to me. So one day I discussed it with her and she said to me, Ayanime, you do almost everything for me. This is the least I can do. And that was such an aha moment, because sometimes the people we care for, they see how much we carry. They notice how much we give. So they try to find all these little ways to help us. So the best thing you can do in such a situation is to allow them. Allow them bring the food to you, even if they won't get the correct ratio of rice to stew. I don't know why I said that. Let someone adjust your chair for you without you standing up and, trying to help them do it. It's so simple, right? Because you could be at an event and someone say, oh, let me help with your chair. Like, oh, don't worry, I've got it. Oh my goodness. The more you practice, the more you realize how you've been doing so much that it feels like you can't depend on other people. When in reality, you can. You just never gave them the chance. You don't always have to jump up to your feet to meet someone halfway. You don't need to prove anything, okay? Just sit, smile, and receive. Receive with gratitude. Tease them, and you see how amazing it feels. Number 8, pause before instantly offering to help. Ooh, With this one, you may not even realize you're doing it. It took me such a long time to notice that whenever I was in a group of people and a problem came up, I was the first to jump in and offer help. Even when there are other people there who were better qualified, even more willing to help, I wouldn't even give them the opportunity. It became automatic, like I felt it was my responsibility to always offer to help. Yes, the people around you will praise you. Oh, they'll say you're so dependable. They can always come to you for help. You're always there for them. But here's the danger in that. You will burn out. And even worse, again, you start training everybody around you to believe you are the one who always handles things. Now, don't get me wrong. Being dependable is a beautiful thing. But making yourself the default fixer for everyone around you is not healthy. Learn to pause before you offer to help. Let someone else offer first. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to hold space for others to contribute. Number 9, ask for a second opinion before making a decision. Even if you feel like you know the answer already, this one isn't just about learning how to receive help. It can actually save you from making avoidable mistakes. I remember a time I was in negotiations with a brand and I wanted to send them my rate card. I thought the figure I had there was fair, but something in me urged me to call my friend. And when I called her, she was like, no. And then, we worked on it together and we gave them a higher offer. They accepted it. That little thing saved me from underselling myself. Now, it doesn't always have to be about big things or about money. It can be something as simple as, oh, which filter do you think looks good? Or which dress do you think I should wear? Or do you think I should order for this food or this food? Which one should I try? Asking someone to weigh in without, of course, becoming too dependent on others is a small yet beautiful habit. And not because you can't decide, but because you're allowing yourself to lean in. The best part about this is that it will nurture your bond with the people around you. Because when you do this, the message you're sending to them is, you matter to me and I value your input. And finally, number 10, resist the urge to balance the scales. You don't always have to do back onto others as they have done unto you. You don't always have to return the favor or pay back immediately. An example could be that your partner is giving you a leg rub, but you can't even enjoy it because you're already thinking, oh, I have to do this for him too. Saying thank you and receiving without guilt, without shame, without the need to do back actually shows emotional strength. Because if you're used to giving more than receiving, your instinct will be to quickly give back. So the fact that you can receive without that urge shows that you're actually unlearning that pattern, because you now realize you don't always have to balance things up. So consciously remind yourself that being grateful is enough. Sometimes the people who are helping you aren't expecting anything in return. They just want to be a blessing to you. Even if you want to give back, let that come from a place of overflow, not obligation. And of course, there are nuances to this. There are certain moments when you have to reciprocate, but then you have to be discerning of the different situations. The one that you do need to reciprocate to show your love and support, and the situations where you just have to receive and say thank you. Now, I would love to wrap up this video by saying that it may take a while for these habits to become natural to you. So if you find yourself going back to your usual ways, don't beat yourself up. The fact that you're even aware of it means your brain is beginning to rewire itself. You're unlearning different patterns and ready to open up yourself to help. So forgive yourself when it happens and then promise to do better next time. And yeah, do better. Okay, what's wrong with me? And that's it for today's video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share them with me in the comment section. Which of these habits hit you in the gut and made you feel, oh my goodness, this is something I do. This is something I need to work on. I'd really love to know. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because on this channel, I share content that helps you grow into the best version of yourself for yourself. Trust me, you will love it here. As always, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.